Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a late night scramble. Tonight we have Raine against Brooke. We are here with my co-host Pebble Possum.
Hello, hello.
So tonight's flag set, we have random start as well as 0% assist PSI learn level. So the racers will start with 3 random locations unlocked. And they will also start with all their assist PSI, so that's your paralysis, your shield, your hypnosis, already all unlocked. So that can be very useful if they know their enemy resistances.
Especially you have these bosses who are become free with the paralysis, and sometimes you're just waiting on getting paralysis to fight those bosses so that they become easier. But we won't have to wait to fight those bosses this time.
No, and it can also be very useful in against some random enemies, like against UFOs and other high-speed enemies.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting in the LOM, which is great because it means we basically start off with a free kid check here.
Yep, I wonder who it'll be today. Oh, we have
Pooh.
Vanilla Poo. That'll give our racers easy access to another teleport, should they decide to go do that right away.
He has a yogurt dispenser on him, so that is another kid check once we reach Foreside.
Yeah, I did not see all the teleports we had available. The menu went pretty fast. Did you get a look?
Yeah, I also missed it. I was updating my tracker, and there was okay. We do have Foreside and Saturn Valley.
Yeah, we have all the makings of a fast seed here.
So it looks like Raine is going to go check out Moonside while Brooke decides to see what teleport she can get out of Moo training here.
Yep, the move spot check will take a little bit as we go through the sequence here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Moonside is always a nice check. Either it's where you need to be, or if it's not, there's a bunch of item chests. You can loot some pretty high-end gear early on.
Yep, and we'll typically find out from this first enemy here how high this area is scaled. Although with freeze, we might be able to make sure. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So that's pretty low scaled.
Yeah. This is probably going to be progress. Still, any items are good items at this point. So.
And from the move spot, we got Winters, so that's another quick check.
Dalam Winters being the only 2 spots that must be reached by teleport. So now Brooke has both of those out of the way.
Yep, and they got a vanilla bubblegum as well. Looks like Brooke is not heading to South Winters at this time. I don't think I would either. It's a little early, I think, facing Saints.
Looks like Brooke wants to use that yogurt dispenser and get a 3rd child.
Not a bad idea. Getting another party member is always useful. Not scale too high. They might even be a little higher level than the rest of the party is.
There is the cost, though, that we do not have exit mice yet, and leaving Monotoli takes a long time if you're walking.
It looks like Raine has defeated the Moonside Frankenstein. We'll see what what coming up here soon.
Sign Banana.
It's
So
2
that is
Saints available among our 2 racers.
And Sign Banana unique amongst the Sanctuary opening key items, and that there is another key item behind it.
Yep, the Sentry is not going down, it seems. Took 3 freezes, although they do resist freeze a bit.
Yeah.
here
So
for
definitely
Brooke.
some HP there. A little concerning about what the boss might be. And there's a robot in front of the door. Brooke definitely dodging around it.
Yeah, the difficulty now is with all the freeze uses, they may not. Oh, they
Oh
got tagged
no.
by another robot. They might not have enough freezes to get through the boss now. Pooh's PP
Brooke
is
was,
fairly
yeah,
low, especially at the start.
Brooke was tempted by this room to check for an items, probably seeing that that robot was kind of high level, but now running into another robot.
Yeah, with the bottle of water I think they might have on hand, they might be able to get through this fight, although I don't know if they'll have enough gas in the tank to go all the way.
We do, if we're lucky, we can have a boss that we can just paralyze and then just bash to death, since we do have that early.
Yeah, although I did notice that Ness was only doing 1 damage to those robots. It might be a fairly long fight in that case.
It could be. Smashes will help, but okay, double burger. Yeah, that is a little oh, this is going
Raine's
to be
finding
bad,
out this is
probably.
not a good place to be. It's not a good neighborhood in the mines.
Hmm. Probably a death for both runners, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a mortal on Ness. Unfortunate, was not able to get rocking off. And that's it for Pooh. Raine going to check out the Moo spot here. We'll get their winner's teleport. Brooke might be heading over to Moonside now. Yep, with both our racers getting KO'd, neither of them really have an advantage over the other right now.
Mm-hmm. But each of them is probably thinking, I'm probably behind right now because I took that death.
Oh, I bet so. Alright, the real
So,
question here from Rain is where he will go after checking out Winters. With the early sign banana, I personally might be more tempted to check that out. Unfortunately, going to the mines for exit mice is not really in the cards right now.
yeah, for sure. Sign Banana is definitely one I like to do early, but it is also one of those that's a little slow to walk out of, so you kind of want to have those mice. We'll see if Brooke also tries to go for the mice when she finishes up in Moonside here.
Yeah, it looks like Rain is heading south. They will be going to South Winters.
So this could work out, depending on what's in the laboratory. But also, if we have to do Stonehenge later, then we'll have to make a return trip. Rain can set up a death warp here, but if we end up doing transit, like taking the diamond bus, the Threed, it will reset that respawn point and we'll lose that death warp.
Yeah,
So a
that's one
little
of
bit of risk.
that's one of the tricky aspects of heading to South Winters early. If you do have to take a Foresight bus or not Foresight, Foresight or Tucson bus to Threed, or you take the UFO, or you end up taking the submarine, then your spawn point gets reset. Then you have to take the Tessie ride all over again.
See where Brooke is heading. It looks like she is heading in the direction of the dinosaur museum. Oh no, she's taking another shot at Monotoli.
With the additional levels, perhaps she feels more comfortable now. I don't think the robots respawn, so it may be easier to get back to the
Yeah, they
top.
shouldn't. And Mick McGurk raising the point that maybe you do just get the Racer in South Winters, which is what you need to do Stonehenge. And if that is the case and you put off forever because you don't want to get stuck having the Death Warp back, then you just do everything else and not miss out on your progress. So that is, it's a risk no matter what you do.
Yeah, the alien base is one of those very rare checks that doesn't come up very often. So I wouldn't say it's unusual for players to skip it.
Hmm.
It's
But at
worth
the
a
same time,
second.
you do have to be mindful that it can bite you.
Yes. This protoplasm not going down easy. At least not with the kid's current equipment, having to bust out some freezes. 250 EXP though, not bad.
Yeah. We're also not really indicative that we're out of depth here.
Yeah, Raine
Casey
was
bat.
able to do 4 damage even with the basic. I think Ness has a yo-yo.
Raine did just pick up a Casey bat. Going back to what we were talking about, paralyzing overleveled bosses should we run into any, the Casey bat will definitely help finish one of those off.
It'll eventually hit something.
And when it will, it'll actually be for more than 1 damage for sure. Brooke has taken down that Guardian Digger, so we'll see who the Monotoli kid is. It's Jeff. Jeff is kid number 3.
And we
got
have a monkey invitation. Oh,
Useless without the pencil eraser, but maybe that's what Jeff has.
very possible. Could also be hiding in South Winters. Ooh, Mr. Baseball Bat.
Bat.
Yep. From that, we can tell this was fairly late scaled comparatively. I think Mr. Baseball Bat's around Vanilla Dusty Dunes.
Sounds about right. That'll definitely be a big advantage for Brooke going forward, having that bat available to her. She should be able to make short work of anything that's actually in the logic path for a while.
I mean, finding a Holmes hat, not quite as good as a bat. And we get a janky grain on the alligator.
Brooke is going to go into the sewers.
Also a good plan, since if you're still missing pencil eraser, I don't think Brooke has opened the menu to see what Jeff's item is yet. You could get it from here.
And also
It's
good
already
news
in
for
there.
her, not taking a shot at those mines that she doesn't know are a little too dangerous right now.
I make Girk saying Jeff had Tiny Ruby. Not very useful at the moment. We have the ant at the sanctuary here. I did not see which sanctuary it was.
I also missed it.
Okay, if the sewers are first, this is probably Milky Well's probably second.
Quick Guardian General for Brooke.
Jay Tomar is speaking the Eraser Racer in South Winters into Alien Base with Pencil Eraser path here.
Ugh.
And Raine just barely takes down Ant. Unfortunate for Nest to miss out on the EXP, but I have a Franklin badge.
Interesting. Seeing a lot of indicators of where we might be going in the future, but not where we should be going right this moment.
Yeah, it's kind of pointing towards Monkey Cave having a teleport somewhere. Such as Happy Happy, perhaps. Oh, the zombie paper is in Monkey Cave, according to that phone call there.
Interesting, since we also can't use that yet either.
Ah, we got a diamond here from South Winters.
Okay, there
so
we go. There's the connection.
So it's interesting that the Monkey Cave prize is the zombie paper, because we already have Saturn Valley access, so that makes it less tempting to try and do that check, because all you're really getting is a potential teleport out of it.
Actually, yeah. I don't even think you get anything unless you have the meteorite piece already, or the jar of fly honey. I suppose. No, no. Actually, it doesn't work that way. Never mind.
Yeah,
Monkey Cave could still be progress based on what the teleport is, though.
yeah, it could be summers to turn in the. You get another you get another potential teleport. You also get the ruby turn in. Could be happy, which has a sanctuary and would also make the Franklin badge relevant.
Brooke now making her own trip to South Winters. Raine turning in that diamond.
Yeah, this will get them quick access to 3 and another kid check.
And we also have another item from Venus here as well. Maybe that'll make the path a little clearer.
Unfortunate for Raine that he is missing Jeff, as Jeff has another check in 3. Jar of
And
Fly Honey.
there's a Jive Honey.
That is a 3rd sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. Also, will open up Tucson in a roundabout way.
Yep. So it's fairly unlikely we'll have to go to the mines. I did not see if Raine talked to the miner outside what that prize was. With the damage those things were doing, it's unlikely we have to go back.
Yeah, I would agree.
So this kid is likely to be Paula. That might give Raine enough confidence to scale the Monotoli Tower. Having 2 kids with freeze would allow him to easily bypass all the robots and burst down the Guardian Digger a little quicker.
He could also just elect to try to skip Monotoli, knowing that he has the strongest kids.
This is true. It's possible that, well, with the Mr. Baseball bat, it's likely that Logic expected you to grab Jeff at some time, but if the Tiny Ruby doesn't lead to anything, and the Monkey Invitation doesn't go anywhere because that's zombie paper, then it's possible you could skip it, which would be an advantage for Raine.
Mm-hmm. See what the shop has here. Regular bottle rockets. Buying
Maybe
those in anticipation of getting Jeff here, maybe.
that's what I was thinking. Little does he know, it's likely Paula. Although maybe this will be one of those crazy seeds and we'll have flying bat.
Or it could be a teddy bear.
Very possible. It would be a little disappointing if you'd come all this way just for a teddy bear. And it is a teddy bear. Wow.
Commentator's curse.
All right. It's fun when the seed, at least to watch a seed throw a few curveballs in there. All right. With no UFO engine to get to Summers, there's not much else here other than to pick up any items laying around.
Mm-hmm. Raine could teleport to Saturn Valley and do the jar of fly honey to open up Tucson and progress to the Apple Kid. Ooh, good items in the shop here. Okay, pendants.
Yep, grab
And
the
he has his own
Baseball bat.
mystery baseball bat.
It's like that's all they will be grabbing at the moment. Getting back to Foresight, my guess is... Well, they still have the Sanctuary available. My guess is, with the 3 kid being a bus, they're going to go up Monotoli now.
Yeah. Raine's probably thinking, all right, this has to be Paula. Little does he know it's Jeff.
He has all those bottle rockets, at least. So Jeff will be immediately useful after throwing him all the bottle rockets. And Brooke has her second sanctuary.
But she'll be grabbing the item from the lab and then moving on. We'll see where to.
Yeah, with the
Probably
diamond.
the 3 herself.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. Although she might be going, thinking this might be a repel. Yep.
Yep, and it is.
I might have done the same thing. Raine facing down multiple robots here. Those levels are a little better than Brooks when she came through, so he may have a bit of an easier time getting through here.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have much of a struggle.
The bear did take the old couple of Roman candles. Fortunately, will not be surviving the journey. Right, well,
We have our first meme of the evening. Just At least it's 6 A's. It's not a single A.
we're going with power shield strats here. And the Guardian Trigger became 10. Alright, with everyone having... Well, I guess there's still some checks that the other has done that the other has not yet. But we're starting to catch up on all the kind of...
Yeah, we're definitely converging here.
Yeah. I don't want to say open world-esque start, but there were a lot of options, but it seems that it's all funneling down until potentially the jar of fly honey.
Yeah, Brooke still has not peaked the mines, so she might be tempted to do that, which would be unfortunate for her.
Let's see where they go now.
I think Jar of Fly Honey is really the only open check aside from the mines.
There is a tent and 3 now.
Oh yeah, there is the tent.
That could potentially have the pencil eraser, and if the racers are feeling especially spicy, they could go down in there for a PK check. And only a PK check. I don't think Brooke has that information just yet. So if she finds a pencil eraser, she may be more inclined to take that check. Although it's also a very common check to skip for as long as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you've yet to find exit mice.
Yes. It's very interesting that we don't have good access to any mice.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind of part of the random start. When you start Winnet, you tend to reliably end up in Tucson, either through the police badge or otherwise.
Oh, interesting. Raine is going to Saturn Valley. Going right to Belch Base. Interesting. Not bothering to turn in the signed banana at this time to get the check at Magnet Hill.
It is interesting that he would choose to leave that open. Maybe thinking that he also wants to come back once he has the mice.
Yeah, that's very possible too. Heading straight up to the base. I like to go down and peek the present that's just right south of the cave. I guess it's supposed to be an entrance normally, but exit there. Oh, we got a boss of shroom here.
Shroom will definitely be annoying, but we do have bottle rockets. We have freeze.
It won't be too bad so long as the shroom doesn't interfere. Brooke grabbing her teddy bear. She's moving south. Might be picking up the Jeff item here and then possibly going to fight the tent, I would assume.
Yep, looks like it. Let's see what that is.
We
It's
have Captain
Captain
Strong.
Strong.
It probably won't be too tough a fight, though we'll see.
One of those fights you mentioned earlier that you can paralyze and have be free if it does end up being overscaled. Doesn't look like it is.
Nope, Captain Strong goes down. Raine starting his fight against the shroom.
We have a carrot key.
That is the
So,
4th sanctuary.
yeah, 4 Sanks, no Paula.
We also don't have a meteorite piece either.
And no pocket egg, as Bean Train points out.
Oh, red scroll for Brooke. So Pebble, I've been thinking about since we don't have Paula, we need to grab her somewhere, right?
Yeah, well,
So
we
that
just got the
means
happy teleport, so maybe we have a dumb kid seed. Actually, we have the Franklin badge too, so
I
that
was
could
also
also
going
be
to
the key to the
say,
cabin.
that also means we have access to 5 Sanks.
It's true. We don't even need Paul at this point.
We could go for a Magic Hand finish. Yeah.
Raine getting caught in this awful tunnel.
Yeah, unfortunately not much you can do here. I don't think Raine has found any repels that you could optionally burn here to get through a little easier.
They did have one. It was in the Delam Palace chest, but a little early to be burning repels if you haven't found enough to finish the seed out.
It would be better safe for Magic Hand or Cave of the Past for sure.
Right. As annoying as this is.
The Ramboob's a little too close.
I agree with Raine. Just take the single red move and glad it's not something worse.
For sure. So interestingly, well, actually, I guess we do have the Franklin badge, and with Happy access, we do have the Cult House available.
Which could also be progress. Could also just be a couple high-level items.
Yeah, the meteorite piece has to be somewhere. It could potentially be at the Cult House. It could be at the Kid in the cabin. We also have Apple Kid and Tucson now. And we have a Starman Jr. This is a little rough. Without any Paula to...
No Paula, no OK penance. We neglected to pick those up earlier, so definitely feeling the full effects of this fire.
Yep, using the big bottle rocket there to ensure getting through. Not a bad decision. You don't want to take a KO here and have to walk all the way through again.
No, not after everything we did to get this far.
Brooke opting to not take the sanctuary right now. Will they head to Happy? No, they're heading to Delam.
Also leaving this mushroom on Pooh's head. She's gonna go talk to Star Master and get it removed. Or not Star Master, Pooh's Master. One of the masters.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? I guess he doesn't do it.
Huh, that's interesting. I guess by this point you wouldn't normally have mushrooms. Although on the good side of here, there's a healer right out here in the open. Happy.
We have Pokey guarding the stand.
Yep, and Brooke going right to the sanctuary, barely outspeeding the mole, but it catches up to him for her.
I just could not shake that mole.
It was cruising, man. It's fairly likely this is 5th Kirk. We did get the carrot key slightly earlier than we got the TP for Happy Happy.
I could see Pink Cloud and Lilliput being inverted, but I think you have it right. This is 5th.
Yeah, it would depend on how weird the logic got. Sometimes it can get a little weird like that, but functionally it's not really a big deal.
Oh, I missed Raine's meme. Apparently it was a good one, so I feel bad about it.
Brooke unfortunately pincered here by all the bears and the bats.
Oh, with trans rights? Hell yeah.
And Raine heading to Tucson, interestingly, I guess. He is thinking about another red
Brooke,
swirl.
trying to slip past that bear with the iframes, not quite making it, and getting punished.
Yeah, our kids are getting low on HP.
Chef's fry pan. We have no Paula, so that's not going to do any good.
Oh, Raine's going to get mice.
Ooh. Yep. Trillion Age. I mean, I don't know if Trillion Age will have Diamond Eyes, but still don't like to see it.
It might have Paralyze though, and that's going to make it rough.
There we go, Jeff. Was that just a solidify or a paralyze? Yeah, okay, just solidify.
Raine's got the mice. Brooke did not pick up the mice. Not sure if the lost time going through the sanctuaries here will make a difference or not, but we'll have to see. But it makes it through.
Almost kind of like having more experience for Pooh here and get him a little more PP.
Yeah, Jeff's levels don't matter too much as long as you have some good items on him. His guns have very high offense for comparatively, and obviously his bottle rockets. The speed does help out. It's usually kind of feast or famine. Either the enemy's so fast it wouldn't matter in the first place, or they're slow enough that you'll probably do good damage regardless.
Raine has now gone back for the sign banana.
Yep. Now that they got the mice, they can get out of here much quicker than they would on foot. He will grab his Franklin badge here too, if I remember right.
It's hard to. I only have the one tracker up for both runners, so it's hard to keep track of what was where.
Yeah, the I'll probably the Franklin badge. I have a where I've kept track of everything. Although Raine might not even pick up the item here, trying to go really fast.
I mean, if it's Franklin badge, you pick it up. But I guess if he doesn't even talk to Maxwell.
He's going to talk? Like Franklin badge? Yep. Easiest pickup. Right, I think Brooke is still up on sanctuaries compared to Raine.
We're giving that vital capsule right to Jeff, just kind of signaling an intent to just give up on Paula, most likely.
Yeah, my guess is that neither of them will check the cabin kit. Although Raine is going somewhere here, I guess he's planning on checking out what Apple Kit has for him.
Apple Kid just gets a bottle of water today.
Again, that's not too bad for Jeff.
We have Paralyzed Everdread on Brooke's side. Should be beaten up in short order.
Got the Eraser from Apple Kit.
Oh, there we are with the what I was saying earlier. We lost that Death Warp once we took the bus to Threed, so that will definitely not come into play. We have the 5 Sanks already anyway.
Yep, Raine going here, gonna check the chest. I wonder if they're thinking that they're gonna finish with a Gygus win.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Raine doesn't have the Cherokee yet. Yeah, it could be that he's looking for that.
Oh, the Cherokee was at 310. Yeah, when they were at 3, they did not have Jeff, so they did not pick up the Cherokee. So they only know that they have 4 Sanks available. So this must be a going around town trying to find possibly the cabin key, assuming Paula's there, which is a pretty safe bet, and also the meteorite piece. Which is unfortunate for Raine, as Brooke has 4 sanctuaries already. And with the 5th one available, the seed might be wrapping up here really quickly.
It's an impressive little beta maneuver.
Yeah, that was very stylish.
Doesn't save any time other than just, tucking yourself into that little alcove right by the door, but absolute style points for sure.
And we have the prize of the Colt House being the UFO engine.
Brooke just got another repel sandwich from the grateful Mr. Sandra. We'll see if she burns it on this tunnel. She does not.
Yep, just charging right in there. Unfortunately, Ness immediately gets mastermized. We'll see if Brooke continues to push her luck. Yes, she does.
Yeah. That would be dangerous if she needs heals, but we do have Pooh as an option.
Yeah, the boss here was Starman Jr. It's not going to be easy with 2 kids mastermized.
Oh.
Pooh's not going to have really any options against Starman Jr. It's also going to be pretty inconvenient if her controls reverse while trying to run through all these enemies.
Personally, if I'd had 3 sandwiches and I knew I was doing Magickin, I would absolutely burn one here because the first leg of Magickin is not difficult to despawn.
No. And with 2 sandwiches, but you can start using them about halfway through, somewhere around the top part, and you'll be fine. If nothing else, the difficult part of Milky Well here is that first part, that first tunnel, where you don't really have any space to get past the enemies. Oh, Starman Jr. was defeated. The Mushroom Kids did pretty well for themselves. And this is Sank 5 for Brooke at 38-26. So Brooke is well on her way to a very quick finish here.
Yep.
Raine trying to paralyze the Trillion-Edge Sprout on his end.
Oh, does Brooke still not have exit mice?
No, she never picked any up. She did not go to Tucson to unlock unlock that area. Raine making it through Trillion Edge, so that's Sanctuary 5 down for him. Yeah, I don't think Trillion Edge is vulnerable to paralyze.
Yeah, I just checked. He's completely paralysis resistant.
Unfortunately, it seems this race came down to Brooke having Jeff early when she went to 3, having found that carrot key where Raine did not.
Yeah, and then just never doing all this world tour of trying to find the 5th sync item that Raine's going on.
It's unfortunate, but sometimes that's just how the seed plays out. Oh, a lot of builds.
Oh God.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't know where... We still haven't found cabin key for Paula or the meteorite piece, I don't think. I guess, so we got the UFO engine. I guess one of those could be a tiny ruby.
Raine has gone to 3, and maybe he's thought about the tent finally. Seems so.
Yeah, his heart's going to drop when he realizes, oh, 5th sync. Yeah, Brooke's already in Magic Camp, Mad Cat. She's gonna be done here very shortly. Raine not checking out the tent yet, instead going toward the tunnel. Oh no, going to use the UFO.
So we could have a spicy Magic Camp boss here. We've gotten a lot of the easy ones out.
Oh,
it is spicy. Oh no.
We got a hot dog. Hot dog alert. All right, well, we didn't want this to end too easily now. Still got a big bottle rocket on Jeff. I don't know if Brooke saved and Magic can't.
I failed to make note of that.
I think she did. It's usually a good thing to do, even if you're very confident or not confident in your lead, just because something like you get tagged in the Sea of Eden or
We do
hot dog.
We are on the 2nd phase. We still have the BBR. She saved it so she could burst down the 2nd phase.
Yep,
So
just
hopefully
going to use
enough.
it right away. Not a bad idea. Oh no, maybe. Oh, I guess she backed out. I didn't see that.
Oh, I think maybe she went for the heal first.
Yeah, the Diamond Dog layered the power shield, so even
BBR
if
not enough, but should get us close.
Yeah, oh,
super bomb.
That super bomb dropped that Kurt saw earlier. Handy.
There it is.
So that's going to be
GG Brooke.
GG here. And we have an official race time, GG time of 42:28.
Wow, that's a fast time, no matter what your logic path is.
Yeah, that's very, very quick.
And Raine is throwing in the towel. But GG both runners. Very well run race.
Yes, that was an excellent race. Good job to all runners. And we are joined by Brooke. Hello.
Hello. I was convinced that I was going to lose until the second I pressed the done button.
You both took a death early, like right about at the same time. And we commented that you both probably thought you were behind from that point.
It was such a long death too, like dying at the top of Monotoli Tower. It takes so long to get back there.
Yeah. Raine also joining us now. Welcome in. GG's, both of you.
Hey, thank you, yeah. Wow. Where did I miss a seg? Oh.
So the big divergence was when you went to 3. When Brooke went to 3, she had Jeff. And the tent in 3 had the carrot.
Boogie 10. That's it. I see.
Yeah. Boogie tent was the key here. Brooke went for the Monotoli play early, got KO'd at the top, but came back later and got Jeff.
That's a bummer.
Meanwhile, you were getting KO'd in the mines at that exact same moment.
That's also a
Oh,
bummer.
I never checked mines or summers. I managed to completely
Yes.
skip both of them.
That was definitely to your advantage. Mines were nasty.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
GG's.
Yeah,
we
GG.
we never did find where cabin key was, or where I don't think the meteorite piece either.
Might have been Apple Kid. Or the Tiny Ruby turn-in.
My guess is a tiny ruby turn-in.
Yeah,
Right now,
yeah.
going on the world tour looking for that carrot key.
So
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Was mine's UFO engine then? I'm assuming if you got
No.
to summers.
No, it was Shina's book. So it was worthless. But I tried to go in just to get an Exomouse because I didn't want to do Monotoli Tower without an Exomouse. And then I did anyway.
Oh yeah, I didn't get Exomice the entire seed.
So according to chat, the Onnet library had the cabin key, and the teleport to Onnet was at Magic Cake.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a very long chain there to get Paul out of that cabin.
Yeah, definitely a magic hand seed for sure.
Wait, how'd you get to summers then?
I got a UFO engine from somebody. I don't know who.
The cultist house had the UFO engine.
Carpenter,
Oh,
Carpenter,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, from that early Franklin badge that was never useful.
Yeah, I thought, I forgot Boogie Ted existed. And that's...
I mean, you did have other open checks. Like you can't be blamed for like the one you didn't pick.
Sure, I expected to lose this race in the details. Like, Brooke's better at teleporting than I am. She knows more about which enemies are weak to what psychic powers. But yeah, I forgot that you could fight at 10. I should do more boogie percent.
All right. Well, Brooke, you will be facing Mick McGurk in the next round in the danger bracket,
Oh no.
and then it'll be finals. Be the final three.
Alright,
In the top bracket, I think it's Mad Cat and
Lantro?
Lantro.
Lantro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish you luck in your journey to become the third strongest racer.
Thank you.
All right. Any last word from our racers?
Or Tolmar, if you want to clue us into what the next round's flags will be.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any J. Tomar hints for next week quite yet. J. Tomar slacking.
I'm out once again at 4th in yet another tournament. Pretty fun. But I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who organizes these things. Tolmar for setting it up, all the moderators for getting all the scheduling together, all the commentators for participating, all the restreamers for spending their nights to restream our videos. I really appreciate it. I know that's a non-trivial amount of work, and I really appreciate you put it on for us for little to no thanks.
Yes, thank you. And
Yeah.
thank you for your participation. It was a great joy to watch you race. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're waiting on that flag announcement from Jay Tolmar. He's just had to go check his notes, apparently.
J.
Or
Tomar,
mix them up.
find out a flag set this week.
Mystery flags. It's going to be Pincho's choice or
Oh, Moonlight.
Tolmar's choice.
Thomas Jefferson has entered the building.
Yeah, Tolmar Jefferson. That's exactly what we have. All right. We'll see if do we have a raid target. Looks like we're raiding out RPG Limit Break. Well, thanks everyone for coming on, cheering on our racers. We'll see you for the next round. Till then.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.